I've been asked about the keyboard shortcuts on the new T2 Macs, so I'll go ahead and kind of run through all the different keyboard shortcuts that we used to have, ones that work a little bit differently, and ones that are the same. So the first one we'll do, which is the one kind of most everyone's interested in. Oh, so let you know that this machine is File Vault enabled for whatever it's worth. It doesn't seem to matter much for these tests. I just want to let you know what the setup is. This is the new Mac Mini 2018 with the T2 processor. So the first thing I'll do is I'll start it up and I'll hold down the N key. So this, of course, is NetBoot, and the Macs no longer support NetBooting. So I just want to show when the N key's held down, it's just prompting me for the to log into File Vault. So so N does not work anymore. The next one is D for diagnostics. So I'll turn it on, hold the D key down, and this works as expected. It'll boot up into the diagnostic mode for hardware diagnostics. Okay, there it goes. It's booting into diagnostics. I don't need to let it complete. The next one is to go into Internet Recovery Diagnostics. So that's option D. So, it went off. Turn it on. Option D. All right, it gives the Apple logo, and then it should go in to ask me to choose my Wi-Fi network. And I don't need to carry through with this, but it basically will prompt me for the Wi-Fi network, and then it will go into recovery mode, or into diagnostics from the internet. Okay, turn this off. Next thing we'll go through is safe mode. So if I hold the shift key down while it boots up, it will go into safe mode. It was thought that this would turn into verbose mode, but it appears just to go into safe mode. So because I have File Vault enabled, it still will prompt me for my password. So I'll put this in, and I'll continue holding the shift key down. And when it boots up, it won't give any indication, except it might be a little bit slower. And then you'll notice in the upper right-hand corner, there should be a bright red, or maybe not so bright, a red indicator that says safe mode. Since File Vault is enabled, it won't go automatically to desktop, which it normally does with File Vault, but it'll stop at the login window and show the safe mode. So there we go. Kind of hard to see, but you can see that it has safe mode right there. Can't really read it, but trust me on that one. All right, let me go ahead and shut down. Next one is to go into verbose mode. So verbose mode works as you normally would expect. And it's still shutting down. And it restarted. I guess I did the wrong key. Or I tabbed the wrong one, so I'll just force shut down here. And now I'll go into verbose mode. Command V. Turn it back on. There we go. So I get the Apple logo, and then it should go into text-based and show me, it does the password first, and then Command V, there it is. So it's now booting up in text-based mode. In verbose mode, once that's finished, it'll continue going with the GUI, and that's done. And it goes to the desktop. So let me go ahead and shut down. And the next one we will do is the one that single user mode. So this is one that has actually changed. So now before, if you started it up and you press Command S, it would go into single user mode, and then you could do some maintenance. It would start up very quickly and allow you to do some maintenance on it. But now it's different. So I'll put in my File Vault password. Oops. And I'll continue holding the S key down for single user mode. I gotta get my and you can see that it goes into not single user mode, but rather just the verbose mode. So it looks like Command S and Command V are now identical. One of the other command shortcuts that I blogged about was the command SR that would go into single user mode in verbose mode. So let me show you that no longer works. Wait for it to shut down. It's down. If I do command SR, I'll turn it on. And as soon as it appears, I'll do command SR. There it goes. It'll prompt me for my file vault password. We'll see if I can get it right this time. Go back to the keyboard shortcut. And you can see it goes into verbose mode, and it doesn't actually go into recovery, and it doesn't actually go into single user mode. It goes into just regular boot up mode. So it looks like command SR is just verbose mode. It goes back to the desktop. So now let's go and shut down. And the last two are just recovery, and those work just as you would expect. And then afterwards, I'm going to try to do some of the entering in the characters of the login window. So I might do command R for recovery partition. Okay, so now it's booting up to recovery. I believe it does a disk check as well, so this one always takes a little bit longer. All right, so now we're in recovery mode, and we'll go and we will get out of that. And now we can go to internet recovery. Oops, I restarted. Let me hard file this down. And we'll now try to go into internet recovery, which was command option R. So turn this on. Command option R. And what we'll do is we get prompted for our Wi-Fi network because I don't have Ethernet here, and it should go into internet recovery, which it does. I've already checked this. So there you can see it's prompted for that. All right, so the next thing I'm curious of I've actually tried this before. If I go to the login window and I try putting in, there used to be a bunch of different commands you could put in. One was console, the other one is restore, reboot, one it was shut down. I'm going to see if those still work. Turn these back on. There we go. Okay, file vault here. So I'll put the password in. Okay, now let me just go ahead and sign out. And now it's prompting me for username and password. And if I hit option return, it goes to username and password. Kind of hard to see, but indeed has username and password here. So before we could just type in greater than console, and it would go into greater than console would lead us into the console mode, but that no longer works. Let me erase that. And now we do greater than restart. That does indeed still work. So I restarted. Okay, I'll do my file vault password. Okay, I'll log back out. When I get to the login window, I'll press option return. Now I have username and password. Let me tilt this up a little bit so that's easier to read. We'll be able to see. I don't think you can read anything, but if I do greater than shut down, hit return, it shuts down, and you should see the light on the Mac Mini. There it is. It should go off in a second, and there it goes. So it's all done. So those are the keyboard shortcuts. NetBoot does not work anymore as we expected. The D for diagnostics does indeed work. Option D works. Shift. Oh, one thing is I didn't do Shift for safe. Oh no, we did Shift for safe mode. That worked as well. Command V for verbose works. Command S for safe mode no longer works. It does basically verbose mode. Trying to go into a command line version of recovery doesn't work anymore. That just goes verbose mode. Command R and Option Command R for recovery does indeed work, and greater than console doesn't work. Greater than restart and greater than shutdown work as well. So slight modifications, but generally what you would expect. Thanks for watching, and Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to be notified when more of these videos drop. Thank you very much.